In this video, I'll be going over the biggest risk factor for dementia. Now, there's something called modifiable and unmodifiable risk factors. Unmodifiable risk factors are age and genetics. Modifiable risk factors include like a lack of movement and exercise, excessive alcohol, no social life or social isolation, lack of quality of sleep. Things like that. Things that you can change are modifiable. Sugar seems to also play a big part in the risk of dementia. Too much sugar can cause insulin resistance, leading to diabetes, inflammation, and oxidative stress. Patients with type 2 diabetes are 4 times more likely to develop dementia than those without diabetes. The amount of sugar consumption has drastically increased over the years, and so it makes complete sense that type 2 diabetes and dementia rates have skyrocketed as well. The brain uses up 20% of all the glucose in our body. The fructose and glucose that our body breaks down from simple carbohydrates gets to the liver, which converts it to uric acid, which makes its way to the brain. This creates inflammation, which leads to oxidative stress. Also, if you overeat sugars, the fructose actually gets back into the bloodstream and increases sugar levels in the blood. Fructose then causes glycation in the brain, which leads to aging of the brain. Glucose does this as well, but fructose is 7 times more potent at it than glucose. Now let's go over some studies really quick showing the dangers of sugar and dementia. Individuals in quartile 4 of total sugar intake had a 1.19 higher risk of incident Alzheimer's disease than those in quartile 1, which means a 19% increase in risk. An estimated increase of 10 grams per day in total sugar intake, which is about 2.4 teaspoons, was associated with an increased Alzheimer's disease risk by about 1.3 to 1.4%. Of 6 subtypes of sugar intake, lactose was significantly associated with Alzheimer's disease risk. This other study here shows that the prevalence of cognitive impairment as defined by mini mental state examination less than 24 was 31.9%, while the prevalence of mild cognitive impairment was 13.1%. The median for total sugar intake was 44.6 grams per day, or 8 tablespoons, and free sugar intake was 33.08 grams per day, or 6 tablespoons. The higher intake of total sugars, free sugars, sucrose, lactose, sugar-sweetened beverages, sugar-sweetened cakes, and dessert was found to be significantly associated with a lower MMSE score after adjusting for covariance. So basically, higher sugar intake, worse scores. On the other hand, the consumption of cooked dishes and fruits was significantly associated with a better MMSE score. The adjusted odds ratio for risk of cognitive impairment was 3.3 for total sugars and 3.58 for free sugars, comparing the highest with the lowest intake percentiles. Basically, again, worse cognitive scores with higher levels of sugar intake. So now that we're on the topic of dementia, I'd like to now give a quick shout out to the sponsor of this video, Do Not Age. Do Not Age is a supplement company dedicated to increasing health span and lifespan, and clearly dementia is a disease that decreases health and lifespan. At Do Not Age, you can get proven supplements like creatine and omega-3 that can help improve brain cognition and brain health. So if you're in the market for high quality, research-backed supplements, use the link in the description to get 10% off your purchase, or use code ELEVATEWELLNESS at checkout. Now let's get back to the video. Now, some things that can help reduce the risk of dementia is exercise, possibly keto diet, intermittent fasting, avoiding processed foods, leading to a lower rate of Alzheimer's disease. There's a lot of talk on if diet sodas are good replacements for normal sodas. The answer seems obvious, but some people doubt that it makes any difference because of this study that showed that soda makes you 3 times more likely to get dementia. However, normally the people that are drinking diet soda are overweight, obese, unhealthy people with diabetes or cardiovascular health. So I wouldn't say that diet soda is just as bad as normal soda. It's definitely better, but it's still obviously not healthier than just plain water. But these people probably had an increased risk of dementia because they are already unhealthy people to begin with, and we know that diabetes and cardiovascular problems have a proven link with dementia. Something else that is associated with Alzheimer's disease is high levels of homocysteine. I have a video on a supplement called trimethylglycine that can reduce levels of homocysteine that you can check out right here. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you all next time.